Hey Taurus, welcome to Dark Eve Tarot. I'm Eve, and it's been a few days, and I have finally come up with an idea for a new series, and we're going to talk about delusions, desires, and dependencies. These are all things that can trip us up in life, so it's meant to be helpful, something to look out for if you notice this around you or within you. So these could be things that you are dealing with yourself or just things that kind of creep up around you. So the first one is delusions. So what delusion are we dealing with here? So we have Portrait of a Seeker. And this is kind of about a spiritual type journey. Either a spiritual journey or just like a journey towards wisdom, knowledge and wisdom. But what this card here is about is kind of it's kind of about like promising yourself that you will not succumb to the delusion of pretending that you don't know what you've seen. Like, like you can't unsee it. It's the portrait of a seeker. The seeker sees things, and you've gone along your path, right? You've been through a lot. Maybe some people don't see that. That's not really the point here. But it's like you know what you've been through, and you're not meant to be delusional about it. You're not meant to ignore it. You've seen what you've seen, Taurus. You've seen what you've seen. Oh, I think it's going to show us some of the things you've seen. So we have the Knight of Wands here. So this is a little bit creepy because it's like the horse here, it's like some weird Skeletor cockroach thing, and it's not it's like it's an ugly road. It's like traveling an ugly road here. And and ugly doesn't have to, I guess ugly's not a good word. It's just not pretty, or I guess. I mean, it's like there's some things that you've seen along the way that are disturbing, right? You've been disturbed before. You've seen things that are disturbed, and it's just part of being a seeker. Now I like this for you, Taurus. So we have the Ace of Cups. It's almost like the you've got this figure holding this Holy Grail or something like, and that's that striving for something, like whether it's esoteric knowledge or a spiritual journey or what have you. But it's like it reminds me of a Sagittarius North Node, where it's this endless search for knowledge, enlightenment, wisdom, travel, just what have you. But it's holding on to that, even though you will see disturbing things on your travels. And then we have the Sun. I like it because you know what? Not everything you seek, not everything you see will be part of your wounds. Not everything you experience will be part of your the things that bring you down. Not everything is dense. There's the enjoyables, right? So here's the delusion. The delusion is focusing only on the enjoyables and ignoring what got you there, what got you to each enjoyable. You know what I mean? So let's move to the next section here. This is desires. Oh, well, this is somewhat related here. It says not like a fairy tale. And what that means is like thinking that everything's going to be all right as long as you just keep going. And it sounds like it might be good advice, right? Um, but what it does, it kind of, if you're too focused on just the end results, the end game, then you're missing something in the path, right? Because the world doesn't work that way. The world is not necessarily, at least the material world, physical world, is not a fairy tale. You know, there's not always a knight in shining armor to come save you. Sometimes you're on your own in the woods. And so this is just really a reminder to not let those type of desires get the better of you, to take away your logic, right? To take away your, street smarts. And it's funny because it can kind of go either way on the spectrum, depending on which end of the pole you fall on. Because I could see some people, they desire a very logical world, right? Just everything based on logic and numbers, and you know what I mean? And then they miss out on some of the mystical and the magical, you know what I mean? So here we go. We have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess is like the epitome of the mystical and the magical. It's other realms, right? It's piercing the veil. It's the other realms. It's tapping into those invisible things, right? That you wouldn't necessarily see if you were just super 3D, right? But there are also a lot of mystical and magical things that you can miss out on if you're too focused on your knight in shining armor or your fairy princess, or, insert metaphor here. Look at you, Taurus. You have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. So, Taurus, I feel like there is a possibility that you may have some type of delusion related to a desire that could be interfering with a major, like, love potential, love opportunity here. Two Ace of Cups. Ooh, okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is the physical realm. And so here we have the sun, right? So the sun is more like ethereal. It's more like ether. And it's almost like the universe is kind of trying to come in and bring in, like, look, you can even see the moon blowing into the cup. It's like you've got the universe trying to make something happen for you, and you're being given clues here as to what could impede it. Okay, so you've got the sun and the moon trying to bring in a beautiful emotional love opportunity for you, an opportunity to grow love, right? for someone, for something. And here, it's like it's even you even have the Queen of Pentacles showing up, and what does she know how to do? She knows how to grow pentacles better than anyone, right? And she's practical, she's logical, she's earthy like you, but she's a queen, and all queens are very intuitive, and you've got the High Priestess here. So like it's like it's saying here the best way for you to not let your desires of the end result, the outcome, expectations, right? The way to not let that, to shoot yourself, how I can't even say this. The way to not shoot yourself in the foot when it comes to that is to really hone in on your intuition here, because you're gonna feel it with this Ace of Cups. Big old cup of feelings, right? You're gonna have to trust your gut here. And I know that is so cliche, but if you feel like you are like being kind of fairy tale about things, rose colored glasses, you know what I mean? Then this is the advice for you. So the third one here, this is dependencies. We have the edge of the eternal. Oh, talk about liminal spaces. So the edge of the eternal, like you've got like where you've got water, land, and air where they're all meeting. It's like the edge of, it's like the edges of worlds, like when worlds come together, right? Or elements when they all come together. And so in this deck, like this particular card, it talks about how like those who are seeking some kind of transformation in their life, that this most of the time the transformation is not found in your little comfy zones. And Taurus, I know out of all the signs, you're one of the most likely to be real cozy in your comfort zone and not venture out, in certain areas. Like, no, this I'm comfortable with this. It works for me. I don't need to do something different. Blah blah blah. I know this. But that's not where you're gonna find these magical liminal spaces, or these places of transformation, or the places where worlds come together and connect. That's like where those crossroads are, where you finally get to a crossroads where you can make a choice and alter your path. You know what I mean? And so this dependency is about being too dependent on your comfort zone. Transformation isn't necessarily comfortable, that's for sure. So it's like freedom. It's like being set free. It's like you're trying to free yourself. It's gonna be real hard to do that from the couch. And here's that opportunity. Here's an opportunity that you're seeking. That is interesting. We've got the Ace of Coins coming out, both of these Ace of Cups. It's like you and the universe want the same thing for you, Taurus. It's like there's this path. I mean, you can see this path of this Ace of Cups coming down and manifesting in the material world, coming true for you in real life. Or, you know what I mean? But you'll have to get out of your comfort zone. It's like this, it's almost like this Ace of Coins, this offering, this thing. Well, you can meet it. You can meet it at the crossroads. The crossroads is not on your couch. And you can get set free here. Yeah, and then you're in a whole new territory. Look at that, Page of Coins. You're in a whole new territory. You got that opportunity, and you're willing to kind of go for it. It's like you may not be familiar with it, but I mean, look at the like, because the Page of Coins is the like a learner card. Yeah, I mean all the pages are, but this is studious, right? And it's like you've got this. You're already a seeker, right? But it's like you haven't run across a lot of this yet, or there's something here that you're meant to have with these Ace of Cups, and when you find it, when it's presented to you, it's like you need to be ready for it, and I think you will be. All right, Taurus. So this is your message. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.